The Duck Dynasty star, Phil Robertson, is not a Christian. People know this, but you're not supposed to say it. It's like talking about sex in front of your kids, the details of your sex lives in front of your kids. You're not supposed to say it. It's like saying to children Santa Claus isn't real. You're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to say that Phil Robertson is not a Christian, because people will say, oh, this Jesus thing isn't real, and, you can't believe in that. And and when they say that these people are legitimate, when they say Phil Robertson is legitimate, it's like saying, that Richard Dawkins is an atheist. He's a Satanist. People, I believe in atheism. No, you don't. You couldn't possibly, or I believe in evolution, or I believe in atheism. You couldn't possibly. There's a God. You don't have to deal with it, so you say there's not. There's all this complicated stuff to say there's not a God. And when somebody comes along and he says, I'm a Christian, and he draws a big crowd. Simon the sorcerer drew a big crowd. And they said it was the great power. He was the great power. It was God that was the great power. They were lying. And people were going out to the desert following somebody back in biblical days before Jesus, and they said, it just dissipated. It came to nothing. And Phil Robertson comes to nothing. He is a Satanist, I'm sure. The Robertsons are an Illuminati family. They're from Robert the Bruce, apparently. Robert the Bruce, that's where the Robertsons come from. And, some people don't know. That's why I'm saying it. But also because it's true. He's not a Christian. The Robertsons aren't Christians. They don't cut their hair, as the Bible says. The Bible says cut their hair. They think it's stylish to leave it long. It's not Christian. They know it's not Christian. They want to be accepted as what they're not. When I see these little details, somebody covers their head when they're praying, or, preaches something that's false, I say, okay, that person isn't a Christian, or probably isn't a Christian, because they're teaching what they know is false.